Now let's talk about the role of buyer confidence, which is sort of the whole point of this video. Ultimately, many commercial real estate transactions are prompted by one of three things: personal or collective investment criteria. I included collective because sometimes there's private equity, sometimes there's syndications where more than one person is actually bringing money to the table. Two, tax implications, and three, individual space requirements. So any of these three factors can be incredibly specific to each buyer or seller making purchase or sale decisions. These individual transactions, though, we got to remember, are defined as investment value, which is a separate and distinct concept from market value, which is what appraisers, for instance, are tasked with analyzing in most circumstances. Market value, now this is sort of a hot take and a really loose definition, but market value is in practical application within the realm of commercial real estate can be loosely defined as a range of potential sale prices as evidenced by at least two similar transactions. The reason why I like to use two is because a lot of these transactions of commercial real estate that are similar in physical and economic character are few and far between, especially within a short period of time in a submarket. So there's just not a lot of people that are looking for a lot of the same type of space. Let's put it like that. Furthermore, the buyers and sellers of these transactions are typically motivated by completely different factors, which is why pricing for most commercial property types can widely vary. In this way, pricing is more of a reaction to consumer confidence or individual space or investment needs at a specific point in time, rather than robust market data in support of a list or sale price. It's really sort of like, pricing and demand is going like this in reality. It's changing like almost hourly in commercial real estate. But we don't really have enough transactional data out there to prove that it is. So it's all over the place a lot of times for most property types. Now, there are asset classes within commercial real estate that, 20-year net lease properties and whatnot probably don't fall underneath that category. They're probably not susceptible to dramatic changes on a, daily or monthly basis. But just understand that this is sort of what happens. So therefore, a more appropriate way to analyze most commercial real estate markets may be to characterize patterns as behavioral cycles rather than market cycles. Whether analyzing the physical or capital markets, it's important to remember that pricing for most commercial real estate assets is relatively inconsistent due to nuance of building characteristics and location, individual buyer or seller motivation, and lack of available information regarding supply and demand in real time. Therefore, consumer confidence is a factor to be considered. If enough people, for instance, believe that there's going to be a 20% increase or decline in values for a certain property type, whether rational or irrational, it's very likely that this trend will occur. And this is a concept known as groupthink. Real estate markets are driven by emotion and the fear of missing out. Therefore, in times when the economy is good, optimism will influence negotiations to result in higher sale prices. In poor or volatile economic times, pessimism will influence negotiations to result in lower sale prices. Now, here's the kicker, though, and this is sort of where we add value as agents. If fundamental analysis reveals that anticipated pricing expectations are irrational, real estate professionals can advise clients accordingly to capitalize on irrational market behavior. In the end, differences of opinion make the market, and perceived value is sometimes more important than the fundamental relationship between supply and demand. As real estate agents, we're trying to balance historical pricing trends with current consumer behavior, which is often unpredictable and is always uniquely motivated. Nevertheless, we still need to consider the whole picture, including consumer behavior, to provide more sound counsel to our clients, even in the face of the most chaotic markets. If you want to talk more about it, please contact me at mrom@landmarkcr.com, or you can call me on my cell, 717-215-9760. Looking forward to being a resource for you now and in the future. Talk soon.